and gentlemen.
All right, guys. So big fan against DaveJ. Big fan, DaveJ. So we don't consider base unless it is so close that we would call it a tie. In which case, then we consider base. But otherwise, we do not consider base in the wars, okay? So all I'm going to look at are the two color. All I'm really going to consider are the two color. I'll look at everything. This one's got an orange. Big fan 5 with an orange. And Dave has a green for Dave. Okay, so big fan does have a the color advantage going in. Alec Manoah, Josh Jung. Some nice cards. How about this one? Bam. Adley. We hit an Adley to 10 the other day. It was crazy. Ryan Costello. So that's not actually going to help you any. He passed away, which, you know, kind of hurts his value. I wish he wasn't in this, but they left him in. Now Nova's a nice card. It's not a first Bowman, but it's a damn nice card. I'm not really sure where it would stand in the list of prospects, but it's definitely high up there on the guys that don't have first Bowman. Okay, so Cavaco and Wander Franco. C.J. Abrams, nice card. Kendall Williams. I don't know if Kendall Williams is a first rounder, but he is a first Bowman. And Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll is a first rounder. 16th overall. And Kendall Williams is the second round. I'm leaning towards Corbin Carroll winning that one, but I want to double check just to make sure, because Nova doesn't have like a ton of color, a ton of autos. He just came out. So let's see real quick just what Nova Sapphire is going for, okay? And completed. Let's see. Let's go highest just so we can get up there. All right, so a gold recently went for 35. A purple went for 20. A green went for 13. So I would say that orange is probably a $20 card. Around there. All right, so let's look at Carroll and see what he has. Yeah, he's definitely up there. A green of Carroll was about $100, about $90 to $100 for the Carroll. So it's definitely going to go to the Carroll, but the orange Nova actually sold for more than I thought. So big fan, you do have the Adley, so you will be taking the Adley with you, but DaveJ has knocked you out in the first round. So I am glad I double checked. I was right though, so that helps. But DaveJ, moving on. And next up we've got Phil's Pools, who he told me he won't be here. I saw that he was at the game, so. And Hot Fish. So Phil's Pools and Hot Fish. Phil's Pools, Hot Fish. All right, guys, let's see what you have. No, I didn't. I did not. It's a pretty cool looking box cutter, though. We've got a purple. Phil's Pools with a purple. Nice card. Hot Fish. Let's see what color you have. And Hot Fish also has a purple, so no color advantage going in at all. Andrew Vaughn for Phil. Nice card. Manoa Josh Jung. All right, let's see what your blue is. Eric Miller is the blue. And your purple. Quintana. Nice card. I think he's a second rounder, but he sells pretty well. So some nice cards there for Phil. There is room, obviously, to win this. So let's see what we've got going on here. Cavaco, Alek Manoah, Josh Jung. So some nice cards in the base. A really nice card in the base with Adley. He's been selling for like $65. I actually think that's low. So I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot, but I'm pretty sure it's low. And Michael Bush. So definitely a better blue, but not a better purple with the Matt Mercer. Wow. So now we have to decide. We're going to have to go to the tape again because, you know, we've got a blue Michael Bush against a purple Quintana, and I have no idea. I have no idea. So now I got to go find out again. Thanks a lot, guys, for making it easy. You know, make it easy for me at least. Thanks a lot. So let's look at the Michael Bush. I know Big Fan has actually pushed some of the Michael Bush prices up a little bit. But it looks like 35 for a blue. Yeah, it looks like about 35 for a blue. For a blue Michael Bush. A green has gone for as low as 21 and for as high as 77. So good night, man. A blue did go recently for almost $100. It was more than 78. A blue sold for more than 78 recently. And just a few days for that, one sold for about 35. So the prices are all over the place on the Bush. But let's look at Quintana just in case. But I think it's probably going to go to the blue Bush, to be honest with you. So a purple Quintana sold for 40, which is a really good price. But the Michael Bush selling for 100 just like a week ago is probably going to win it. But Hot Fish, congratulations. You're going to beat Phil. But Phil, you do have the Andrew Vaughn going in your favor. I'm not sure how much Big Fan cost you just there. But even at the 35 for the blue, you know, it definitely was pushed over. So, yeah. So Dave is going to be against Hot Fish. Dave against Hot Fish. All right, so next up we've got Dr. Octagon against Can of Whoop. So this is the first break for Can of Whoop as far as I know. But Dr. Octagon, here we go. Let's see what you guys got. You ready? All right, Dr. Octagon has a green something, and Can of Whoop Ass has gold and an Andrew Vaughn. So Can of Whoop does have the color advantage going in. Nick Lodolo. It's a nice card. 7th overall for the Lodolo. Nunez, Corey Lee. And Davey Garcia. That's a good name. Not a first Bowman, but a good name. And another Kendall Williams. Kendall Williams shows up again. Second round for the Kendall Williams, and then Davey Garcia is a free agent. Andrew Vaughn for Can of Whoop. First card, and that's like it. Cameron Misner. There's some more stuff there. Shea Langoliers, he was 5th overall. Brewer Hicklin, which is no help. No help. Chris Murphy on the gold. Fifth round. Chris Murphy. But he's a Red Sox against Kendall Williams and Davy Garcia. Good Lord, you guys are making this so hard. I want to go back to where we did low number and high number. Can we go back to low number and high number now? Because I've never had to go and look this much. So a Chris Murphy orange sold for 15. So that's not a good sign at all. A Kendall Williams gold sold for 26, an orange for 22, and a blue for 10.50. So that's probably about where we're going to be with the green. It's about 10.50. But the wild card is this Davy Garcia. Let's see what the Davy blue goes for. 12. The Davy blue goes for 12. So together they're definitely better. So let's just throw in Hicklin and see. Hicklin would have to do pretty well in a blue in order to be up there, and he doesn't. His gold, so his Brewer Hicklin's like $1.25. So man, that was really close. But can of whoop, he beat you. It wasn't his green that beat you. It was the Davy Garcia that really put him over. But it was so close. I mean, by just a matter of a couple dollars, really, is what it came down to. So Dr. Octagon's going to move on. Dr. Octagon's going to move on. But can of whoop, since that was your first break, I'm going to send you one of my cool, fancy little knives here. I always try to pop it out, and it never pops out. It would be a lot cooler if I could just go, but it doesn't happen. But I'm going to send you that. It's actually worth more than your gold. But thanks for playing, man. Hope you enjoyed it. And I don't know if you're in any of the other breaks tonight or not, but so I got you a little something just for participating in your first. And Dr. Octagon, who ruthlessly beat you just then, is going to move on. And last war, we've got Bruceby against UCCF, which at first I thought was the United Federation of Planets, but it doesn't quite work out. But here we go. Here we go. When I go to the Bucks games, a lot of times I park at the University of something Tampa, which is UCC something. So I thought that might be it too, but I guess not. Is that you, Rob? Ah, you want one of those. It's the white whale. All right, guys, let's see what we got going on. We've got a purple and Andrew Vaughn for Bruceby, and then UCCF, Unfrozen Caveman Cubs fan. All right, I like that. I'm never going to remember it, but I do like it. And you've got an orange. So we've got an orange and a purple. They're pretty close. Purple's rarer, but orange is more desirable. So generally they go for about the same amount of money. Andrew Vaughn, nice card there for Bruceby. And that's about it. Braden Shoemake. It's a nice card. Joey Bart. And your blue is Kyle McCann. Kyle McCann blue. And your purple is Reyes. So, not a first Bowman, but it is a Red Sox. So that is your first go right there. Let's see what Unfrozen Caveman Cubs fan. Cavaco, Lodolo, Hunter Bishop. He was 10th overall. Riley Green. What is he, 4th? Riley Green? You know what? I can't actually see it. I don't have my glasses on. But it was something like that. It was really low. All right, let's see what you can do. Here's your blue. Victor Mesa. It's a nice card, not a first Bowman. And your orange, make it decisive. Triolo. Not decisive. So, Mesa again and Triolo. Triolo's second rounder. And, of course, Mesa is a free agent. And that's not his first card. against McCann and Reyes. Man, you guys make it so hard. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be sure. I'm gonna be sure. I can't call that one. Let's see what McCann does. You guys ready? So McCann is 750 in blue. That's not terrible. That's actually more than I thought it would be. And then let's look up Reyes in purple. Reyes. It's not looking good. I'm gonna say $5 for the Reyes. So let's do Triolo. Orange. Yeah, so the Triolo is definitely higher than those two put together. So Brewsby, he beat you, bud. It was McCann's fault, but you do have the Andrew Vaughn, which is clearly the best card in your box, bar none. All right, and you, sir, will move on just based on Triolo sale prices alone. All right, next round. All right, so we have DaveJ against Hot Fish. Now these boxes, the winner keeps. Okay. So the overall winner is going to get these last 6 boxes. Everybody else, you keep your first box. The winner gets theirs and the last 6, so they end up with half the boxes. So DaveJ, let's see what you got. You've got a gold. DaveJ with a gold. And Hot Fish. I didn't send a PM for this one. For any of the ones tonight. The reason I didn't is because I sent the email, and then I got some things together, got some work done, and then I went to send the PM and it was all sold out. So I didn't want to send a PM. I think there was 2 spots left in the team at the time to send the PM, and I didn't want to send a PM with just 2 spots left. It would make everybody mad. But it wasn't intentional. I went to send it, and then I got caught up. Usually what happens, Julio Rodriguez, is I'll go to send the PM, and there'll be PMs in there. And so what it was is somebody was missing some of their cards. So I answered that PM, and then I had to go look. And then, by the time I got back from hunting down and fixing that, it was too late. So that's what ended up happening. It wasn't, intentional or anything. Seth Beard, that's a nice card. For a blue, but there are breaks up for tomorrow that are not sold out that I haven't sent anything out to anybody. So Hudson Head, nice card, and Seth Beard. Mossstown might need this gold Hudson Head, so Dave, you might reach out to her and see, because I know she's building the rainbow. And I think I just hit a red for her. I think it was Hudson Head that she was building the rainbow on. Nice cards. There is room. It is beatable, but some nice cards. Let's see what happens for Hot Fish. Riley Green. And JJ Bleday. Now, Bleday is 4th. So whatever Riley Green is, it's not 4th, because now that I look at Bleday, I know. Adaman, not a lot of help with the Adaman. He's a great prospect, but he has a ton of cards, so his value is low. And Brent Rooker, kind of the same thing. He's a great prospect for the Twins, and he has some pretty big fans too. But not being a first Bowman just really kills it. So these cards are going to go to the overall winner, but Hot Fish, Dave beat you, bud. But you do get to take your Adley and your Michael Bush, and so you had a pretty good box. I would talk to Big Fan 5 about the Michael Bush. He's not here right now. But the other thing I would do is sign up for the email, because if I ever don't send the PM, I do send the email, and rarely I'll send a PM, but I won't send an email. But for the most part, the emails get done first. And when I go to send the email, I use Aweber, so I don't actually open up my PM. So I won't be sidetracked by a PM, a PM emergency. Somebody's like, oh my gosh, this didn't, I don't know where this card is, and I got to, freak out and go find it. You know what I mean? Okay, so Dr. Octagon and Unfrozen
Cubs, caveman, unfrozen caveman Cubs fan. I knew what that was. I got it. He was fifth. I thought Shea Langoliers was fifth. Are you sure he was fifth? Because wasn't Shea fifth? Could be. I know Vaughn and Abrams were second and sixth. I don't remember which was which, but I know they were second and sixth. So Dr. Octagon, this is your pack, and you have a base pack. You've got a green and a blue, and unfrozen caveman Cubs fan. You have a gold, so you do have the color advantage. You have the color advantage. I did send the emails out. None bounced, I don't think. Let me see. Where is the email thing? Hold on one second. It's probably over here. All right, hold on. I did have less than 1% bounced, but I send almost 3,000 emails. So a couple bounce. Okay, Misner. So here's Langoliers. I thought he was fifth, but I could be wrong. Because I can't, like I said, I can't see it. Hold on. I got my glasses. I'll be able to tell you in just a second. Ninth. That's what happens when you're blind. So Shea Langoliers was ninth, so you're probably exactly right. He probably was fifth. Jake Sanford. He actually sells pretty well, Jake Sanford, and then Bryce Terang does not. So that's where we're at. Dr. Octagon. All right, so Caveman Cubs fan, let's see what you got here. Riley Green, let's see what it says. I'm sure you're right now that, yep, fifth overall. You are right, sir. I was so close. Braden Shoemake. Royce Lewis, he was first overall in 2017. Your blue, Nasim Nunez. Very nice blue. And your gold is Moses Gomez. And it's basically a battle of the blues, to be honest with you. So it's up between Jake Sanford and Nasim Nunez. And I want to give it to the Nunez, and I'm pretty sure even if I don't give it to the Nunez that the gold Gomez will push him over. But let's just double check to be sure, because I know the Sanford sells pretty well. So a blue Sanford sold for like 27, 29, 25. Let's call it 25 for the Sanford, which is, that's pretty good for and then let's go ahead and look up Terang too, but I don't expect Terang to be very high. It's actually higher than I thought. Looks like $10 for the Terang, so that's actually a lot better than I expected. So that gets you to 35. So let's see, that's 35 for Dr. Octagon, and let's look up the Nunez here. I like Nunez. He doesn't have a lot of color autos either, so that'll help. But he doesn't sell for altogether that much. It looks like about $5 on the blue, so I was way off. So let's just double check on the Gomez just to be sure. And less than 25. So I'm glad I looked, because Dr. Octagon's going to win, and I would have given it to the other side. Unfrozen Caveman. You will be taking your first pack with the Victor Mesa and the Jared Triolo. I'm also going to send you with a knife, since this is your first break with me. Hold on, I don't have an extra knife sitting here. Okay. So there is that. And all of these cards are going to go to the overall winner, which is either going to be Dr. Octagon or DaveJ. I'd really like a clear and concise winner if you guys wouldn't mind. DaveJ, Dr. Octagon. Here we go. The finger. Don't lose any fingers. Phil's already probably bloodied himself. All right, DaveJ, here you go, my friend. Let's see what you got. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You've got a green. Green for DaveJ. Okay. Dr. Octagon, also green and blue. Let's take a look at yours first. Dr. Octagon. Shea Langoliers, 9th overall. Brett Batty was 12th. So some nice cards there. Your blue is Noah Song. Noah Song and Brandon Lewis. So some nice cards. Talk to Big Fan 5 about the Brandon Lewis and Noah Song. Actually, don't do that unless you win, because obviously the overall winner is going to get that. Not a whole lot going on there. Let's look at your green. Your green's a Ray. I think he's second round, isn't he? He might be first, but this is actually the card that I saw by mistake and the reason we waited till now. Look at that. Damn, that's a nice card. That's a blue Wander Franco, and then the Greg Jones is just gonna get it done. So Dave's gonna win. Greg Jones is a first rounder, and of course Wander Franco is a monster. It's not his first Bowman, obviously, but just a monster card. And then the first Bowman first rounder, Greg Jones, is just going to get it done. These are nice. Noah Song stuck in his Navy contract, so he's going to be a little while before he makes it. But he was a second rounder, and then Brandon Lewis is a fourth rounder. So together they wouldn't be able to beat those two cards, unfortunately. So Dr. Octagon, you made it all the way to the final round and then got sent home ingloriously. But some nice cards anyway. And Dave with the overall win. I'm going to put those over there, and I'm going to put these over here, and then I'm going to recap your hits, okay? So just give me one moment for that. All right, DaveJ. This is what you've won. You've got Kendall Williams, C.J. Abrams, Corbin Carroll. That's a really nice card. Brandon Lewis, Noah Song, Greg Jones, and Wander Franco. Terang, Sanford, Nunez, Gomez. A lot of Rays. Hudson Head, Seth Beer, Adaman, and Brent Rooker. So a lot of really cool cards, to be honest with you, going on in here. So let's go ahead and put up a couple of them. Little 2 versus 2. It gives everybody the impression that these were the last cards, but they weren't, but that's okay. No reason to break anybody's impression of how this went. It's just a photo after all. All right, guys, saving your video.